Online dating can be scary, in part because you're not really sure who you're going out with and if they have a criminal record. Well, there's a South Florida-based company that seeks to change all that. Here's Bob Birdsong with Validate. Bob, it's good to have you on the show. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
So Validate, an idea whose time has come, right? This market down here has been craving this. Explain what it is.
Well, Validate is a website that actually runs full background checks on all of its members. We read so many bad stories and heard so many bad things about people who were burned by online dating that we decided it was time to do something like this.
So how does a guy, a Navy guy, your military background, do you have a soft spot in your heart for love? How did you end up doing online dating?
No, no, not at all.
No, not at all. Definitely not.
My wife's going to kill me. And but what happened is I work out at the gym, and two of the guys who work out there are private investigators. They own a co-owned private investigating firm, and we talked one day about how they were. A lot of people were coming up to them and having them run background checks on people they were dating and the terrible things they were finding, and we all looked at each other at the same time in that aha moment, and we said, well, why don't we just cut to the chase and do a site that does it all for you? And that's what we did.
Because there would be nothing more terrifying, I think, than meeting someone online, right? You go on a few dates or whatever, and then come to find out they have this like totally separate identity that you never knew about, maybe violent crimes. Whatever.
I have such a story myself.
Okay, really?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
It turns out that I met someone, very nice person, and it turns out they had an extensive criminal background, and I never knew it. And after I broke it off with them, I had to end up hiring a private investigator and an attorney to make them go away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does your company prevent that? You do background checks, people have to sign forms. How does it work?
Well, when you first join our site, you fill out an authorization form, which authorizes us to do a background check on you. So that's that we're not doing you're not having us do background checks on someone else.
Gotcha.
You're authorizing us to do one on you because it's actually illegal to have someone do a background check on someone else. So the first thing you do is you give us your name, your date of birth, and your address, and we've developed a patented piece of software that automatically sends it out to our partner, which is TLO, which is owned by TransUnion, and comes back to us, and we have very specific criteria that are spelled out on the website that you have to meet. The other thing we've done is we have an exclusive relationship with the Child Rescue Coalition, because what we found out is a lot of pedophiles will go onto dating websites and look for single mothers to start a relationship with their children. Yeah, it's really scary.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. So this company's brand new, right? You've just started.
We launched. Well, it's been in the works 2 years. Mm-hmm. We launched November 1st.
And how is it working? Are you are people excited about it? People are signing the releases. You're doing the checks.
We are. They're hopping on like crazy. In our first week we got about 1,000 members, and it's funny, we have a counter on our site that's about 1,200 right now that says these people were declined. Feel free to visit our competitors to see their profiles.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Some people were still trying to skirt the system.
Man. So so now we know how that aspect of your business works, but what about the dating part? Like, do you have direct chats with someone? Do you send emails? How does that aspect work?
Well, you see, once you're validated, you can see the other members with validation. Then the other thing we have is we have a picture verification system, and we also have a video chat system, so you can actually meet the person before you meet, and you can talk with them and live before you actually meet in some place, because nothing's more embarrassing than getting to a place and not recognizing the person you're supposed to be meeting.
Right, and then you're that person walking around going, are you Sarah?
Karen?
Right. And then everyone knows why you're there. Right. But this, it's such an interesting thing. I mean, online dating has exploded, and it's a wonderful way for people to meet people. But I think there still is a stigma attached to it, right?
There is.
People are still sort of timid to admit that they've met online in some community. So how do you get around that? How do you reassure people that this is the way to do this?
Well, the stigma is actually going away. In 2013, I think 21% of people thought that people that used online dating services were desperate, was the word they used.
Right.
And now, but 2015, Nielsen did another poll, and it's about 8%. And really, it's a $2.2 billion industry, and it's growing $100 million a year. So there's 50 million Americans doing online dating right now. So somebody's thinking it's okay.
Yeah. What are the mechanics of it? How much does a membership cost? What are the options?
Membership is for $89. you get your complete background check done and validated, and your first 3 months membership. So that's price point wise, that compares very favorably to our competitors.
Do you do background checks every 6 months, every year? How often?
We suggest that you have one done every 3 months. We make it mandatory every 6 months.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
A lot of things can happen in 6 months,
sure.
as we know.
Yeah, especially down here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. And what about pictures? Is the same deal where people will have to submit pictures and then you approve or disapprove of the pictures?
We approve or disapprove the pictures, and we also have them through a process we have them verify their pictures.
Okay, so as we get towards 2016, I'm a year behind, and people that's a resolution, right? I want to fall in love this year, right? Like that is the resolution.
It's the busiest time of year.
Yeah, I was about to ask you
Coming up on Valentine's Day, you don't want to be alone for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so what would you tell people out there, future subscribers, to validate why they should choose you in the world of Match.com and eHarmony and all those other competitors?
And it's very simple. What I would tell people is that when you meet somebody on any other site, you know nothing about them except what they represent as facts. You don't even know their name, because they can tell you their name is one thing. You don't know their age, you don't know their height, you don't know their pictures, you don't know their background, anything. We have 0 fake profiles, 0 catfish profiles on Validate. So when you see a profile on Validate, it's real.
That's cool. And you guys have the background. That's what's so interesting to me is that you personally, we didn't really talk about this, but you're a Navy guy, right?
10 years in the Navy. I also have 4 years of law enforcement background, and my other partners co-own a private investigative agency and also have military and law enforcement background.
Wow! Check. Yeah.
And I also write a dating column for a local magazine.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay. So then, as we say goodbye, give me some dating advice. Hey, listen, I'm single. Give all of our single viewers out there a bit of dating advice for the new year.
If you're going to meet somebody for the first time, meet in a public place. Let somebody know where you're going, and who you're going to be there with, and really just find out as much as you can, because there's so much deception, there's so much crime, there's so much fraud out there. It's scary to see the stories every day. And in short, I guess just sign up for Validate and use that.
That's a very short column. Go to Validate.
Right.
And how do people do it? Just validate.com?
Yeah, validatedating.com is the website, and the sign-up process is very easy. And if you join now, we're actually giving away the first 3 months free as a launch promotion.
Boom!
Yeah.
Come on. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year, and come back. We'll do this again.
Absolutely.
All right, Bob.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You got it.